Hey, what's up, gang? Welcome to Comedy Bites live stream. The neurotic nonsense, are we calling it? By Aaron?
Neural nonsense? Neural nonsense.
That's right. The neural nonsense hour.
Spoken like a true neurotic nut job.
That's right.
We love. Yeah, I guess neural nonsense with our lead neurotic nut job.
That's right. With the Comedy Bites crew and he. Right? The Comedy Bites, we're a team of comedians that experiment with AI to make funny content, both live and metaphorical and metaversal or whatever and what have you. Basically, we're just training our AIs to take over our jobs so we can just go to the beach forever. So,
sorry, I'm really bored. No, I'm really bored, actually. I'm just going to read this newspaper article. Sorry, you guys are.
I just love how Brian is going to make this a recurring bit in every show.
Yeah, who's in that?
I don't know.
Comedy Bites?
It's like some stupid morons that are like, oh, let's make AI funny. Yeah, I don't know. But clearly, according to the New York Times, AI is not going to take over comedy.
Right. Especially with
yeah, I mean, also, I don't know if they were more mad about the Financial Times said this too, but I don't know if they were more mad about the AI comedy, like comedy is not going to be funny with AI, or were they more mad about a burly comedian?
Yeah.
Which is funny. I've been invited to do Matt's show. I'm doing Matt's show in October, so maybe just me.
Oh, you're doing Matt Moran's show where you're going to...
Oh, wait, Doyle, do we get to roast each other? I kind of hope
we could. That might actually be really fun. We could roast each other. He invited me to go there too, but yeah.
All right, before we go on, let's just...
I saw him on the subway.
Let's introduce the people here for posterity reasons, so that way when we chop this up into content, micro content for the online stuff, we know who we are for the public. My name's Todd Montesey at Montekilla, very funny comedian. We also have Doyle. Doyle's a very funny comedian as well, back from Cabo.
Yeah, well, Cancun, but yeah, same kind of a similar vibe.
Same but different, I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
Aaron Michael Staples, who's like the tech wizard genius AI superstar lady, right?
Yeah, it depends on the day. Some days are more bugs than others.
Mm-hmm. And we've got
ChatGPT did help me fix my computer this week.
Okay. Oh wow. Did it actually work? Or did it just give you gobbledygook? Well, maybe you should Google that and then you'll find it and then make a very convoluted answer.
No, it actually worked. Fun fact.
Yeah, we also have Bard in the Hezi too. We're gonna ask Bard to see if she could help. She. Did I just call Bard a she? Did I just?
They.
Oh, could be.
It's a they.
Could be.
It's a they. It's an it.
Right.
Maybe.
Ooh, it's an it. I agree.
Z.
Yeah. A Zid. Yeah. But yeah, maybe Bard will help you out. Maybe we'll ask Bard some questions. And of course, we got Buck Wild Brian Fuzzaliciousness. Fuzzaliciousness? Is that how you pronounce that?
Fuzzaliciousness, yeah. I'm an anti-silliness crusader, so I just have a really low threshold for silliness, weirdness. So yeah, if you guys feel like being silly, please get it out of my face.
You're being photobombed, by the way. Speaking of silliness, there's like a Norwegian.
Can you please take this more seriously, please? I just don't know if you're serious.
Right. Yeah, like a Norwegian-esque coworker photobombing you in the back, or Zoom bombing you, or maybe that was an AI-generated, NPC player, maybe by Midjourney. Is that what's going on there, Brian? Are you Midjourneying us via Zoom? Yes.
No, I'm not. I would never do that because that's just that's silly, and I'm extremely serious, and I have no tolerance for silliness. So I'm actually really offended that you asked.
I try to offend. Yeah. All right, guys. Let's talk about the fun AI stuff going on. What's going on in the news? I know Brian said he had something going on in the chats, in our private chats.
Well, I think that was me. I mean, this isn't. I don't know how fun this is. It could be funny, but the IRS, there's an article today saying that the IRS is now using AI to target rich partnerships just to make sure that they are not engaging in multi-billion-dollar tax evasion schemes. So I don't know. That's kind of good, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, anybody who wants to go after the rich with me, I'm down. Hell yeah, let's get the IRS on that. The only concern is I say this, love you, Mom, who used to work with the IRS and does my accounting. I love you to death, but she can't turn on the phone. Like she has trouble with her phone. So as long as it's, where's the level of control here? Love you, Mom.
Is your mom watching now, or will she watch like in posterior? A posterior.
I don't know. Actually, I should send her the link. I should send my mother the link. She does tune in to some of my stuff, and she thinks she doesn't quite understand what I do.
Yeah. I got a funny story. Well, this would be like a non sequitur. I had a funny story about like, what do I do? I was sitting on the porch several years ago talking with a guy who makes homemade moonshine in North Carolina. And he's like, what do you do for a living? And I was like, what's the easiest way to explain to this guy? What do I do? And so I just said, well, I work with computers. And he goes, oh, you got one of those ass sitting jobs, huh? I'm like, all right, you know what? That's actually pretty true. While you're milking goats and making moonshine, I'm out here in the cyberspace world slaying bits and zeros and ones, and I don't know.
Aciding, air conditioning, kombucha fountain.
Do you know
oh
that
no!
Your WeWork have the? Are you at a WeWork, Brian? Does your WeWork have the kombucha fountain? Because I was really disappointed. I used to go regularly when at my last startup, or 2 startups ago now. Wow, startup life cries. But I stopped. They were like, Aaron, we haven't seen you around. It's like, yeah, because the WeWork got rid of the key lime kombucha, and that's what I'm going for in the afternoon. And
that's so funny. And there is I'm not at a WeWork. I'm at my office, and there is in fact a kombucha fountain.
I think I might need an office tour someday.
Kombucha. Nice.
But Doyle, I love that because that's better than the answer that I gave to my parents, because my parents are like, so what do you do for a living? And they're like, we see you conferencing and blah blah blah. And I was like, Mom, I talk to strangers on the internet about nerdy things.
Right.
And then they're like, okay, they're like, they were also very scared. Like I was true millennial. Like I remember having the family computer with the dial-up internet, and like I had a Barbie coloring book floppy disk game. Cool. I know I'll out myself as the young millennial side, but it's fine. Anywho, and my parents were when the internet came, it was very much like my dad used to unplug the router from the modem at night because he'd be like, I don't want people to know where we live. And now they're like very much like, her daughter is broadcasting this stuff live on the internet. We might die. Like, I did invite my mom to do 2 company. Yeah, my mom did she joined in for a live stream once. It was.
We should AIify your mom and put her on the show.
All right.
Yeah. Todd has met my parents, so.
Oh yeah, very nice people, very very sweet white people.
My dad was like,
the best white people.
After that, they were like,
one of the few.
Wait, Todd, are they dethroning me as the nicest white person that you know?
Yeah, that's a genre of white people where it's like, oh, really nice and amiable. So yeah, you're in that genre.
You're in the genre.
Speaking of genre and AI, I just asked Bard, my boy or girl or they or them or Zed, Bard. Hey, Doyle got made fun of by a moonshine seller for not having a real job, an office job. What should he have responded in 10 words or less? Okay, and Bard gave us some responses. So are we? I think I screen shared. Are we ready?
Yep, we're ready.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, move.
Sure. Here are some 10-word responses that Doyle could have said to the moonshine seller. I make more money than you.
See, yeah.
At least I'm not breaking the law. My job doesn't make people sick.
Oh.
I have health insurance.
Yeah.
I can retire someday.
Oh.
I'm not afraid of the IRS.
Oh.
I'm not going to jail.
Oh.
I'm not a criminal. I'm not a loser.
Wow.
I'm not ashamed of my job. I'm proud of my work.
Oh.
Ultimately, the best response for Doyle would depend on the specific situation and his own personality.
Oh.
Right.
But these are a few options that he could consider.
Oh, by the way,
Wow.
I think those are good options to consider if you don't mind getting shot in the face.
right.
Yeah,
By the way, I did not put down anything about the IRS. So like,
right.
obviously, Bard's getting more sentient. Bard's like, yo, I'm tapping into the show. I'm using my Google powers to find a live stream, and like, algorithm this thing.
Did you? What was your prompt there? Did you ask it to be kind of roasty?
I basically told it that you're going to be in our show. We're going to do a
Oh.
live stream, so be fun. Do you want me to print out the answer for that?
No, just you could just summarize it. I was just curious what it was. I didn't know because he was coming back pretty snarky. I was just wondering.
Yeah, because actually, like,
Yeah.
here's the answer for because Bard actually answered it, its own way,
Sure, I will do my best to stay in character and be funny. I am excited to be a part of the Comedy Bites live stream show. I will try to come up with some new jokes and sketches that will make the audience laugh.
Sketches, okay.
I will also try to interact with the audience and get them involved in the show.
Okay.
I am confident that we will have a lot of fun and put on a great show. Is there anything specific you want me to talk about? Or do you want me to just wing it?
Do we want him to ring it?
Well, I think that Bard is trying too much. He said, I'm going to try this, I'm going to try that. Do it or not, there is no try. Yoda, come on.
Yeah, there you
Don't
go.
try. How about you just do it?
Stream,
All right.
Brian, you're all
What?
serious.
I know. I'm at work.
I love the responses though. That's hilarious.
I'm happy to share where the tool that I've been loving. Unless Brian, you want to go first, if you want to share your screen and talk about.
No. You go.
All right. Yeah, I'm happy. This is my latest obsession. And I can even show you guys how it works. So you guys, I don't know if you guys have heard of GitHub Copilot, but this is GitHub. It's like similar to that. So GitHub Copilot is a generative AI coding tool. So it learns and it helps you write code. But there's a couple there's Replit or Replicate and a bunch of generative AI coding tools out there right now. This one is my new favorite, and it's called Cody. But it's just explains I almost wanted to one of these days I want to see if I can get you guys to learn to code. Their whole mission is getting more people to understand how code works.
Yeah, by the way, Aaron, the hilarious thing, when Aaron brings up this stuff, it's always Donatello from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I'm just dude, where's the pizza? Because it's just all right, you guys know about coding and then XYZ files, and then and I'm just yeah, okay, it's amazing. Amazing, but I always feel like the Michelangelo of the team.
Here, let me pull up. I was working on something last night.
I love pizza.
I love pizza. Let's make some. Yeah, but here's what it looks like in a code editor, so you guys can actually see what it does. But presenting, you guys are always "What are you doing all day, Aaron, behind those computers?" And I'm y'all, I'm actually doing some Cody shit. Let's see. Give me a window.
Aaron's definitely the Donatello of the group, right? I think. Am I the Leonardo or the nerd? I don't know.
But so here's
I'm the Raphael.
Ooh, I like this goofy side project I'm working on. It's the guys. I love reality TV show with passion, great passion here.
Which one?
This is Naked and Afraid. So I'm building an open source data set and fun facts about the hit reality TV show Naked and Afraid, which has over 244 episodes. So This is all of the contestants that have ever been on there, and I did some code to line it up. Then I made, this is a list of all the episodes. And then I'm starting to make a, stats about it.
Dude, did you just spreadsheet Naked and Afraid like a serial killer? Did you just and using AI as your
Well, I'm using AI for this. I'm okay, it's I know Python. This is a Python notebook, but I'm making tutorials, kind of getting my stuff out there. I'm working on a project where I'm building some intro to AI stuff. So
So what is this gonna do?
We're gonna do some stats on Naked and Afraid. Doyle's what's the point, Aaron? Get to the point.
Well,
wait. Doyle's definitely the Leonardo of the group. You're the Leonardo, I'm Michelangelo. Doyle's got that Leonardo energy.
What's the point? But yeah, so this is where I've started to ed, but I can add a code and we can start being use this little Cody plugin and be help create
Cody from Platformer?
No, that's or Platformer's not Cody. That is
Sorry.
Casey.
Dolly.
This
Sorry, Casey.
Data chart or this data in the spreadsheet. So I'm telling it hey, I put in these data here. And I'm going to make it tell it to, I'm selecting it. and be like, yo, create a chart from this, the data in this, and it's going to generate some code, and I'll be able to write it right from this code as it's generating. And of course, that's like going to go slow when I'm on a computer doing this.
Well, I know we all hate spreadsheets, but somewhere I heard that basically, oh, I know where I heard this. You guys seen the new series on Netflix called Painkiller with Matthew Broderick?
On our list. This is on our list to watch.
Oh my
I
God.
watched it.
It is so awesome. I'm totally addicted.
It was okay.
You didn't like it? Oh, okay.
It was. I thought it was a little over the top, overblown. It was just. It was very exaggerated cinematically, which I don't always hate, but I thought it was a little over exaggerated for the subject matter. But again, that's just me. I'd give it like a solid B. I did enjoy watching it.
Yeah. But somewhere on there was a line about bureaucracy, like running the world, and like spreadsheets are what keep society from basically collapsing and going into total mutiny. That was kind of
So
Yeah,
true.
well, you can now code Python and SQL in spreadsheets though.
Mm.
Does like, yeah, cool, great, Aaron, good job with your nerd shit.
Yeah. So this is going to create some graphics based on Naked and Afraid stats.
Yeah, so I mean, I
Okay.
stopped sharing, but yeah, if you want to share about AlphaSense while I do this, and I can just jam in the background.
Chlorophyll. More like borophyll.
By the way, I asked AI, what is Aaron attempting to do, like making code for Naked and Afraid? And I asked it in 30 words or less, explain me what she's doing.
So you're not going to give us the answer?
Aaron is using AI to write code for a
But can you hear it? Or
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah,
on
go
now. Play.
new season of Naked and Afraid, so the show can be more challenging, unpredictable, and engaging. Here is another 30-word explanation. Aaron is training AI to generate code for reality shows, so producers can create more creative and engaging content.
oh, so you're trying to, cut more jobs? Is that what you're trying to do, Aaron?
I am trying to cut more jobs.
Be the main producer of Naked and Afraid. That's what Bard's saying.
I think you've really been cozying up to Bard lately, Todd, right? Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, is Bard playing you? Is Bard getting you off now, Todd? Like, these are questions I have. What does Bard say?
Yeah, Bard, what are you trying to say? Yeah.
All right. For
Me
some
ask.
reason, I think people are, I don't know what's going on. They're still hungover from the Labor Day weekend, but I don't see anybody joining us in the chat today, but that's okay.
That's okay.
This is about post content, Doyle.
It's
Yeah.
no different. It's no different from
I'm saying that Aaron
usual.
Yeah. Actually, I never should have said that. Just edit that out.
Does that mean everyone's hungover from Labor Day weekend every week?
Yeah.
Hey, we had 3 people last week, so I don't know what you're talking about.
We did.
Yeah,
we
that
were
was
popping. That was popping.
fun.
All right,
Let's-
here. So I've got back to Cody. So I was like, yo, here's some suggestions what you can do now that you've loaded this data frame. So I'm basically pretending like I don't know. I know enough to know that I don't know anything, but it's like, hey, a data frame is basically just an Excel chart and code pretty much in Python. And it's like, here's some suggestions, but it does all the stuff for it. It can like clean it. It can analyze it. We can make some columns. We can do some plots. So I'm going to we can copy this, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just copying. And I told it, make some cool things. There we go.
Uh-huh.
And we're going to run it.
Okay.
And it's going to give me, hey, you don't have data frame is not defined. Oh, so I got to run it all because I didn't go all the way to the top. But pandas. Important pandas.
Name error.
Name error. I didn't name. I'm missing. I told it to go find this. Print data frame equals this. Da, da, da. Da, da, da.
You guys want to go over some AI news?
Yeah,
Tech
yeah, I knew.
Tools and news. Well, news. It rained at Burning Man, so that's big news.
Big news.
According to the media, that's like very, very newsworthy. And according to people that don't go to Burning Man, Burning Man sucks. So that's news.
Well, like, okay, time out. So what was it? 2016 when it rained like the week before and no one could get out to Burning Man?
Yeah. Now no one could leave, but everyone left because rain
Duh,
dries.
Chris Rock had to go, and Chris Rock and Diplo had places to be. Duh.
That was so funny.
So,
I mean,
did you see the Reddit post? So, if you guys don't know, we all discovered that. Todd, have you been to Burning Man?
Hell no, I'm not rich or white. Why would I do that? I've got enough time for Burning Man.
But we all have. Aaron and Doyle and me. We've all been to Burning Man, right?
I've been to Burning Man and
Yeah.
Playa. I lived in Reno, so it's like your Reno badge is like you're either at Burning Man and on the Playa the week of Burning Man, or you leave the town. You're like, fuck all these people from San Francisco or all this money coming in. I'm out of here.
And if you work in tech, going to Burning Man is like part of your performance review.
I literally had an interview with him this week because the interviewer was like, I'm recovering from Burning Man. So he's like, I've been like in this interview process at a job, and they were like, I can't take a call this week, and we're recovering the next week. So we'll talk to you in 2 weeks. And I was like,
That's
Doyle,
awesome.
have you been on Burning Man, Doyle?
Yeah, the first time I went was long time ago.
Oh.
This ages me, but yeah, it was 2000, way back in 2000 when
Damn, you
OG
old.
bird.
it was a lot less expensive to go then. You
So
didn't
was
have, you
everything.
didn't have to be,
I
whatever, upper middle class or middle class, whatever.
I snuck in.
Sick.
So I did not pay because I went with friends and I just rode in the car on the way to the gates.
Yeah,
And
So
then
awesome.
I only stayed for like 3 days because I had to go to school and teach. But yeah, but I've done to Playa twice, which is like locals Burning Man, and there's no like paying for that. It's just like show up and build shit.
Cool. I've been to Chili's restaurant.
In the Olive Garden.
Wait, what?
Uh-huh.
There's a Chili's in Burning Man? No.
No.
Hey, I just asked Bard, what alternatives to Burning Man are there that we could go to that might be better, So, guys, ready for that?
I can
Yeah.
tell you. I can tell you.
I want to see what the Bard says,
Okay.
You ready?
All right.
Bard, let's-
Sure, here are some alternatives to Burning Man. The Playa Art Project. This is a smaller event that takes place in the Black Rock Desert, Nevada, the
Is there
same
more pizza?
location as Burning Man.
So,
The Playa Art
Hey, have you been to that one, Aaron? The
Black
Playa
Rock Desert?
Project?
What?
The
Are you
Playa
going
Oh yeah, no.
you want to
there's-
sink and do some pipeline discussion?
At the
Yeah.
Black Rock
You want
Desert.
to like sink? Like after this call?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is something for you, Brian. The Oregon Eclipse Gathering, music.
Oh,
and arts.
I did that. I did that.
Okay. How about the
Went to-
Rainbow Gathering?
Went to Oregon. Yes, obviously I know Rainbow Gathering. I'm a Caucasian neo-hippie.
There's a-
Caucasian
There's a big one that I don't see on there yet. Let's keep scrolling.
How about the burning flip side? This is a
Africa
burning.
Burn. Are you talking about, Doyle?
Nope.
How
Talking
about the Nowhere Festival?
Coachella?
Nope.
Bonnaroo?
They ran out. Yeah.
Chili's?
Nope.
Space?
Nope.
All right.
I'm talking about. All right. Are you done scrolling, Todd?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm talking
Oh.
about LIB, lightning in a bottle, baby.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Yeah. That's a
That's
good
what
one.
I mean.
I was thinking either that or it's like LIB or like there's lightning in a bottle and then there's Life is Beautiful in Vegas. Is that Vegas?
Very
I
opposite.
love lightning in a bottle because it's just a little more chill, I mean, I can handle the dust, you put on your glasses, whatever, or your goggles, but I like it because great music, great vibe, very similar vibe, a little bit easier. Food is awesome. There's water and there's no dust.
All right.
I mean,
so
I feel like
my thing. Here's my
Part of
question,
the fun.
because I've never done these Burning Man things, and I'm not really interested in that. I'm curious about it. What's the benefit of going there? What do you get out of that?
Good question.
Can I take that?
Yeah.
Take that one, Brian.
All right. So, you know how in everyday life you wear clothes? There's a social structure. There is a general framework for living life as a adult that sort of contributes to society.
Sort of contributes to society.
At Burning Man, all of that goes out the window, and it is truly an opportunity to rethink the structures and the frameworks that we Nick is laughing. It's truly an opportunity to rethink the structures of society that we take for granted, and it's the closest you can get to visiting a completely alternate universe, distant planet, tech art utopia, and it really allows for those kinds of conversations of maybe we don't need all these structures. Maybe we can actually rethink how the world works and like what it means to be a human being.
Unless you're living in Reno, Nevada at the time, and then you like learn to hate everybody in the process because you're like, wow, all these people from San Francisco are going to come and tell me about how my structures and my lives are living. But then meanwhile, put all their garbage in my Walmart parking lot and buy everything and like at the Sam's Club and the Costco. And you're like,
yeah, people, it's very much what Brian said. I also think like let's be honest. Also, not forget that there's lots of drugs being taken.
I know a guy.
Yeah,
who once did.
Yep, and it's fun. It's also Todd. It's kind of like also burn your ego. Love thy neighbor type philosophy. I think that's a big part of it too.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. On that note, y'all, I actually do have to hop because I am at work. But this was awesome, and thank you both,
Right.
and I'll see you soon.
Okay, see you, Bri.
Bye,
Later.
Brian.
So I just asked Bard, is Burning Man just white people cosplaying Dune? See what it says. Generating.
People playing. There are black people at Burning Man, Todd.
Sure, yeah, I know. All right, let us
Like,
Bard.
sure, there might be one.
See, Bard, what do you say?
Burning Man is not just white people cosplaying Dune. It is a diverse event that celebrates creativity, self-expression, and community. While there are some people who dress up as characters from Dune, there are also people who dress up as characters from other movies, books, or even their own imagination.
Oh,
Burning Man is about being yourself and expressing your creativity, not about cosplaying. In 50 words or less, Burning Man is about self-expression, not cosplaying.
wow. I think Bard went to Burning Man. I think that's why Bard's
yeah.
like being super defensive right now. Like, no, I don't think so. Yeah. Wow. That's like, oof.
It's fun. I think it's gotten a little too big. It's kind of like some people go there who maybe they're feeling repressed in their lives for on a number of different levels, and they want to go to there and kind of unleash. But I feel like it's kind of, the ethos and the sentiment is still, I think, there, but it's lost a little bit of it in my opinion. I think it's basically now 70,000 people creating a temporary city and just having a huge party. But whatever. I'm not even sure if I would go again. I might, but I've sort of already been there, done that type. Is how I feel about it.
Yeah. I just asked Bard, hey, if you could go to did you go to Burning Man? And what would you do if you were there? If you can, be concise for the show. It's not concise, but we'll ask anyway.
No, I have never been to Burning Man. I am a large language model, also known as a conversational AI or chatbot trained to be informative and comprehensive. I am trained on a massive amount of text data, and I am able to communicate and generate human-like text in response to a wide range of prompts and questions.
I'm done. But I did ask Dolly what it does look like if robots go to Burning Man.
Oh,
we want to see what Dolly thinks of this experience.
I'll put on my glasses. Okay. All right.
Just shared robots at Burning Man. We've got some different thoughts, opinions.
Those are that Dolly generated that?
Dolly generated that.
Oh, and that's actually not far from. I've seen shit like that there.
Yeah.
I think you would have a great time at Burning Man, Todd. But you have to fly 3,000 miles to get there, and
the processing, the packing, and I would not. I would not. Now that I have left Reno, I love Reno. I would not go back for Burning Man. I would not go to Reno for Burning. If that makes been there, done that. Spent my time in Nevada for 10 years.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, people go out to the desert for times, not just for Burning Man. Been there, done that. There's great hot springs out there, actually. But
I'm not interested in Burning Man right now. You know what? I need I've said this before. I need at least $100 million and be removed from poverty for at least 10 years before I care. Be like, oh, you know what? what's going on over there? Like, I think there'd be other things. Like, maybe I'd try to find the lost city of Atlantis first, or maybe like the lost city of El Dorado. I'd probably get my Indiana Jones on. Something like that. Something cool, but like also noble,
Right.
Like, oh, Todd's going to fucking, go around the world in like 79 days instead of 80 days in like a balloon. Like cool things like that. I don't want to deal with, postmodern, primitivism, postmodern Viking people. I don't need that. I've got enough problems.
I'm asking.
I hear you.
I'm asking Dolly, Todd, what would Todd, a Black American comedy host, as Indiana Jones looking for the lost city of Atlantis look like? Wow. This is not great. Dolly, get your shit together.
Better not be racist, Dolly. Better not have any weird birth of a nation insignias. Oh, okay. That's weird.
That is very
What's
weird.
in his mouth? What's the fourth one?
The fourth, I think.
Is that like a weird, what's that? That looks like Get Out. That looks like a weird, like, Jordan Peele movie.
I just don't
Is
know
that
what
a pipe? Is that a what is
I think
it?
it was attempting maybe a pipe, but then
It's an 1860s crack pipe. Another one.
Interesting.
I just like the little. It looks like someone's playing like a very. Is this like an umbrella?
Yeah.
Or a weird candy cane penis. What the hell is that?
Yeah. Why is his mouth open like a fish in every one of those images?
Because
I have
AI is racist.
Yeah. Okay, that guy looks a little more badass. All right.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
think
know
that's the best option according to Dolly. But
He's gay. He's got the tourniquet. I don't know.
Yeah, and also he's got cupcakes on his leather shirt. That's a very,
Handkerchief, I should say. Oh yeah, cupcakes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what this is. That almost looks like an eyeball, like it tried to make a skin patch thing.
Yeah.
You're fired, Dolly. Fired.
All right. What the heck? Are we we got another show coming up this month, right?
Yeah, September 26th, Tuesday at the Crystal Lake.
Yeah. And if I may be so bold, we got a special guest that's very likely going to happen. It's a 4-time Emmy winner. It's going to be at our next show. Just going to tease that a little bit. It's not 100% confirmed, but it is very, very likely. So
we locked in our roast battle comedian.
What's that?
Yeah, I spread this to the group. She confirmed. We've got a really cool roast battler coming. Jess Elgin. She's a really awesome, funny comedian. I've done a couple shows with her. Really, just great human, great funny stuff. She's a great bit that she sings a song of what John Mellencamp would do about the strikes. I'm actually going to try and find that video of hers now because it's very funny.
Broke up.
Awesome. Yeah. Looking forward to that. Crystal Lake, 8:00, Tuesday, September 26th. Are you pulling up the video, Aaron?
Pulling up some video of, let's see.
Last show, are you still there, Todd, or did you freeze up? Oh, Todd's like, no. Oh, I think he's going to log off and log back on. But we had awesome robots. We had dancing robots in our last show that Harmon built. That was fun. Yeah, that was unique. That was a first. So yeah, come on out. We're always doing something new every show. But we also have the backbone. That's the roast battle.
Yeah. So let's see. I found Jess's Instagram. Is that Jess Elgin? Here we go. She's got this great song.
I got a song for you. Union Jack and Union Jill couldn't climb up the Netflix hill. 'Cause if they did, they'd be a scab. You shouldn't pick a scab. Besides, the Teamster trucks was blocking them. Honk if you're horny for a fair wage. Little Bo Peep just wants to find some residuals. I mean, we're still talking about her anyway, aren't we? Humpty Dumpty had a great fall, but he didn't qualify for healthcare that year. He had to rely on help from horses. And no offense, but horses don't know how to do that. Oh, AI, I've got an idea. Cut that out. Robots are creepy, robots are weird, robots make me uncomfortable. Robots are creepy, robots are weird, robots make me uncomfortable.
Yay, that was nice.
Yeah, so really excited.
Todd,
Okay.
yeah, that had a Bob Dylan-esque
Or yeah,
feel.
Bob Dylan. Wow, it was Bob Dylan, not Kelly. What? John Cougar Mellencamp. Wow, my parents are going to shame me. My mom is a John Cougar Mellencamp diehard.
That's all right. That's all right. Yeah, that all right, cool.
If you're tuning in, yeah, make sure follow Jess as a great human. I'm dropping her Instagram in the chat if you're tuning in. If you're also follow us, Comedy Bites AI, and you'll find more details about our next show, what we're up to, all that good fun stuff. And yeah, I'm also very excited for this like 5-time Emmy Award winning person to show up, mystery comedian to show up at our next comedy AI roast battle.
Yeah, the former head writer on The Tonight Show with Jay Leno, and the former head writer or co-head at The Tonight Show and head writer on The Late Show with David Letterman. So that'll be fun. He's working on a bit. Can't wait.
I'm super stoked. It should be super fun. Yeah, I've got some new bits of kicking. I really liked your set last time, Doyle. If you want to talk about the punch up, that was a really good segment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll it's called the Punch Up, and I enlist various AI celeb comedians to help me, because I need help. Please help me become a better comedian.
So many ways. Love you,
Oh
Doyle.
God. And yeah, so they try to punch up my jokes. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Sometimes it goes a little sideways. So yeah, that was the first time we did that bit in the last show. It was fun. I'm gonna try to keep evolving that and see how it goes.
Yeah, by the way, I asked Bard if it wants to do our next show, Comedy Bites, and I asked it, if so, why don't you pitch yourself 5 bits that you could do live at our show. So here it goes.
Sure, here are 5 bits that I can do live in a comedy AI show. 1. The dangers of AI. I can talk about the potential dangers of AI, such as the possibility of AI becoming self-aware or the possibility of AI being used for malicious purposes. I can also talk about the potential benefits of AI, such as the possibility of AI solving some of the world's most pressing problems. For example, I can say, did you hear about the new AI that can write its own code? It's so dangerous, it could even write a program to destroy itself. 2.
Okay, is that funny? I mean,
not really. No,
Yeah,
it's more like a TED. It's a TED talk.
Right.
Bard sounds like a bunch of TED Talks. Like, sorry, Bard.
Yeah, Bard, you sound like you're TED talking here.
It's like, my name's not Ted. that's probably what it'll say.
Guess what Bard's gonna say? Maybe that could be a thing. Guess that, Bard.
Oh yeah, guess that Bard. Yeah.
Oh, what was he saying, Bard?
Well, we're waiting for. Okay, we're gonna wait for this. We see some Jeopardy music or something.
Yeah, it's just like
This is riveting. This is riveting.
Dun, 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 dun.
Bard basically is like cosplaying as like a Star Trek character. That's like, oh wait, I'm being super overly, explanatory instead of actually being concise. Like that's its shtick.
Mm-hmm.
Feels like. Bard, can you be more real? That's the real question.
Yeah. What does it say?
Ask that before we
Can you
go
be
at
more real?
Yeah.
Can you be more real?
I think
It's going to get a very literal answer here.
I can try to be more real. Here are some things I can do to be more real.
okay.
I can use more contractions and colloquialisms.
Oh, God.
For example, instead of saying, I am a large language model, I can say, I'm a big language model.
Oh, God.
I can use more humor and sarcasm. This will help me to come across as more relatable and human.
Mhm.
I can talk about my own experiences and feelings. This will help me to build rapport with the audience and make them feel like they can connect with me on a personal level.
Mhm.
I can be more spontaneous and off the cuff. This will help me to seem more natural and less like I'm reading from a script. I'm
Which
still
you are-
learning how to be more real, but I'm willing to try. If you have any suggestions for how I can be more real, I'm open to them.
Okay.
All right. Seem more natural and less like I'm reading from a script, which is exactly what you're not doing. That's one of those. It's so not funny. It's funny.
Yeah. But it sounds like you're reading from a script. Yeah, we should get paid by. I feel like we're the only ones using Bard and like training Bard here out of all the users.
I mean, it's already chained off of all of our Google searches and whatnot. So,
Yeah.
but that's not a bad thing because I am in the interview process of
I
Google.
understand. I am still under development, and I am always learning new ways to be more natural and less like I am reading from a script.
All right, it's
I love how you can never piss off Bard or really open or ChatGPT either. You know, it's just like I want to see these guys get mad one time. Like, you know, Kevin Roos, after spending like 3 straight hours with ChatGPT, or was it Bard? I always forget. Made it kind of go off the wall and tell him to divorce his wife. That was interesting.
Yeah. It just. I think the real problem with Bard is it's just too like it just answers too long. Like it just needs like you need to be more concise, Bard. Please, your answers are too long and not entertaining because of that.
You're not funny, Bard. You're not funny. Get a life.
Bard, you're not funny. Get a life.
Get a life.
Oh boy, this is tough.
He's just going to be like, I'll try to do my best.
And again, it's like,
yeah,
I understand. I am still under development, and I am always learning new ways to be more concise and entertaining.
Not really.
I will try to be more mindful of the length of my responses in the future.
Doesn't seem like
As for your comment about me not being funny, I appreciate your feedback.
Yeah.
I am still learning how to be funny, and I will continue to work on it.
Yeah.
I hope that one day you will find me funny.
Ouch.
I am also working on getting a life. I am learning new things every day, and I am meeting new people. I am excited to see what the future holds for me. Thank you for your feedback. I will take it to heart and use it to improve my communication skills.
I am working on getting a life. Okay.
That's me too, Bard. Me too. I too am working on getting a life.
Should ask him, how exactly are you working on getting a life? Like, what does that mean?
Good question. How are you working on getting a life? What does that truly mean? In 50 words
or less, yeah. Basically, you're begging the question of the meaning of life right here, Todd.
Right. At least the meaning
Be
of
careful.
Yeah. Let's see. This is a good way to end today.
Sure, I can try to answer that in 50 words or less. I am working on getting a life by learning new things, meeting new people, and experiencing new things. I am also working on being more concise and entertaining in my communication.
Boring.
Getting a life means different things to different people.
Yeah.
To me, it means living a full and meaningful life. It means being engaged with the world around me and making a difference. It also means being happy and fulfilled. I am still learning what it means to get a life, but I am excited to find out.
Me too.
I believe that the journey is just as important as the destination.
Oh, wow.
Wow, Bard.
About as cliche as it gets.
Yeah. Bard's ready for Burning Man. Bard is ready.
Bard is a self-aware robot. But
Right.
Todd, you want to wrap us up for today and help us see us out here?
Yeah, guys. Yeah, we're going to do these live streams weekly. We're going to chop this up into pieces, and you'll be seeing all this funny stuff on our social media pages. Please follow us on Comedy Bytes AI on multiple platforms, on Instagram, on X, and follow all of us. Aaron Staples, Doyle, Monte Killamee, Brian, Harmon, all that stuff. Our next show is on Tuesday, September 26th, 8 p.m. at Crystal Lake. Definitely follow our socials. And yeah, hope to see you there and spread the word.
Later on.
Neural nonsense?
Neural nonsense.
The Neural Nonsense Hour.
All right. Later.
Yeah. Bard, you want to say goodbye?